good. Well, I haven't been going live a lot, but I figured, I went live a few days ago. I figure might as well go live and just drop some thoughts about what I'm having right now. Jump in if you like. But I got some excitement today. Number one, those Dallas Mavericks just signed Klay Thompson. Now, I was on record on my Twitter account about a couple of days ago saying I don't want Klay Thompson because I don't want to hear that whining he was doing over there at Golden State coming off the bench. I don't want to hear that. He ain't the defensive guy he used to be like he used to. But Derrick Jones Jr. signs with the Clippers. Josh Green goes to the Charlotte Hornets. A couple of second rounders gone. I'm with the flex, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm with all this. Klay Thompson, I'm with all that. I trust Nico. In Nico, we trust. I trust him. What's good with you, Jay Lombardi? I trust Nico Harrison. He's a different GM. You get what I'm saying? He's not like that GM with the Dallas Cowboys right now, sitting on his hands just waiting. And we're going to talk about that right quick. This is a real GM. You just went to the finals, right? You made them nasty, nasty moves at the end of the year. Shrew, Daniel Gafford, PJ Washington. You picked up Derrick Jones Jr. in the offseason. He made a difference in this year, even though he's gone. He definitely helped them get to the finals. Dante Exum. You just made great shrewd moves and it helped you get to the finals. But did you rest on your laurels? No, you didn't. You know what I'm saying? No, you didn't. You didn't rest on your laurels, okay? You got Quentin Grimes, good little backup. You got some guys that you picked up in the draft last year that'll be ready, Prosper. He's going to be a good player, for real. The other kid, he's a tall kid, 6'7". I can't remember his name, and of course Jaden Hardy. But when you're getting a Klay Thompson, obviously we know he's not the Klay of old. Okay, he's 34 years old, man. He lost a step. But even in that, he still averaged almost 18 a game, right? And what did Dallas need against them Boston Celtics? Was sharpshooting. It failed us. It failed us with PJ Washington, Derrick Jones Jr. They played admirably as far as shooting against OKC and Minnesota. But now you got a sharpshooter. Now when you go to the hole and you pick out, you got a guaranteed guy that's going to hit the and that's what you need. You lost to Tim Hardaway Jr., right? Well, if you lost to Tim Hardaway Jr. and you add in a Klay Thompson, I feel better about that, right? Because you still could have had a Hardaway Jr. on your roster and we ready for him to go. So if you're losing who was about 31, 32, and then you're gaining a Klay Thompson, that's winning right there, dog. That's winning. And matter of fact, like I said, this GM, Nico Harrison, he didn't sit there and say, we just went to the finals. We happy what we got. We happy where we're at. Let's go ahead and chill and let's see. No. Right after the season's over, he's right there getting his hands dirty. And you sold him for the Lakers. And you saved like $17 million on the books. And you didn't get rid of no first rounders. Nico Harrison's turning up. He's showing you what a real GM is supposed to do. Never sitting on his hands, never waiting, making things happen. Not waiting for things to happen, making things happen. And that's the biggest difference in Dallas land right now between the Cowboys and the Mavs. Making things happen, waiting for things to happen. What do we see right now with these Cowboys? Waiting for things to happen like they always do. Waiting on Dak Prescott, waiting on CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb already said he ain't coming to training camp. I don't blame him. He wanted to get paid. Now we heard in the streets, we don't know how credible the source is, but we hear a lot of we hear a lot of things from this guy named Pretty Ricky in them Twitter streets. He's saying CeeDee Lamb don't get that at least $32 million, he gonna request a trade. So I had a lot of Cowboys pundits, Bobby Bell, my guy Dak Attack, he be thorough with them facts on that kind of stuff. And comes to find out that this Pretty Ricky guy is pretty credible in what he be talking about. He be ahead of the game, and his sources are pretty good. So, that being said, he said in the street CeeDee Lamb was going to request a trade if he ain't getting paid at least $32 million. I think the Cowboys are balking. Yeah, I know they want these guys, but I don't know. I think the Cowboys are like, damn, 32 million here, 50-something million there, another 30 with Micah. I know they like, we don't want to do that. I know they like that. I know because the Cowboys are cheap. They're cheap, dog. They don't want to pay their coaches. They don't want to play their players. They cheap as hell. And they probably don't want to pay these three. They probably thinking about who we want to pay. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? They probably thinking who they want to pay. We know the Cowboys are cheap. They're cheap. We know that. They're being cheap. All right? And especially after Stephen Jones took over. But let's talk about this. We're going to talk about this Micah Malik thing. But my thing is like this. I feel like the Cowboys, yeah, you probably end up going to pay him. They paid Dez Bryant. They franchise tagged him. Then they paid him like 3 months later because Dez said, I ain't doing this again. So they paid him. And his contract only lasted 3 months. And he was, the highest paid receiver at the time when he got paid? He got paid July 15, 2015, got cut April 13th, 2018. Woo! It's a cold world. It's a cold world. You didn't even make it 3 years on that deal. You didn't even make it 3 years on that deal. And Dez, when he got paid, what? That was what? 2015 when he got paid? He was what? 25 when he got paid? Right? 25? How old is CeeDee Lamb? CeeDee Lamb 25. I think. Dez got paid when he was 25, I believe. 25, 26? CeeDee Lamb 25 now. Dez got cut in 3 years, less than 3 years. Just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. Dez was still in his 20s and he got cut not even 3 years into that deal. Well, we know what it is. We know this. They the richest, brokest organization out. You feel me? That's the Cowboys. The richest, brokest organization out there right now. That's what I'm saying about these Cowboys. But you know what? I ain't even tripping because they don't make me mad no more. I told them ain't nobody on these Cowboys this year and beyond. But I'm still gonna talk about them. I can. I am. I'm gonna talk about them. They do something good, talk about them. They do something bad, I'm gonna really be on their neck.
And a Juju writer.
Oh yeah, and Juju, we know. But I've been screaming him. They probably like, shut up about him already. But let's talk about, I want to give my quick thoughts on this Micah Malik thing. Micah Parsons, Malik Hooker thing. I only saw it briefly. And, it's a lot of controversy going on. My quick thoughts about it is like this. Malik Hooker. I like Malik Hooker. Okay, I liked him ever since he was at Ohio State. I wanted him to come over. I wanted the Cowboys to pick him up when he was over at Indianapolis. I always wanted him. But my thing is this. It's just like if you're in a work environment. If you're in a work environment and your coworker and you ain't there and your coworker is like, well, they need to do this. And this is a big meeting. All the bosses. Well, they need to do this and they need to do that and they need to do this. What he said wasn't wrong about Micah. For real. I'm not mad at what he said. I'm not mad at what he said about Micah because it's true. It is. But on the flip side, I feel Micah where he's like, you could have pulled me to the side, dog, and told me all that. You could have pulled me to the side and told me all that. Maybe he felt that you wasn't going to hear it if I told you like that. Maybe you need to hear it out loud in front of everybody. So I don't know. I'm kind of in between with this because I ain't mad at what he said about Micah at all. But you probably could have came to him and said that. But maybe Micah don't be listening. Maybe Micah be in his own world. Maybe if he said it to Micah, to his face or pulled him to the side, Micah could have been like, all right, yeah, whatever. Now, let's think about this now. It might have sucked that he put him on blast, right, in front of everybody. Everybody, keep it in-house, keep it in closed doors. And really, more times than not, you do that. More times than not, you do keep it in-house. maybe because Micah got his podcast and maybe he thinks maybe Micah might be Hollywood. So maybe this is the only way I can speak to you, because you definitely gonna listen to it now, right? Micah's definitely gonna hear it now because it's all out there. So now you definitely gonna step up because it's been put out there. So in that aspect, I ain't mad, just for the simple fact that Micah got the podcast and Micah came out and said, you know, you could have pulled me to the side and told me that, and I ain't putting out nobody on blast, and I ain't telling on nobody about assignments. I ain't the only one out here missing assignments. See, that's where the leadership got to come into play with Micah Parsons. Micah, I hear what Micah could have still said, hey man, you could have pulled me to the side on that, and you know, we could have talked about it. But where I think Micah's still lacking immaturity, or he's still not mature, is when he said, oh, I could have told on a whole bunch of people too. If you're the leader of the team, would Dak Prescott would have said that? I'm just saying, if they probably wouldn't have did that, Dak, because Dak ain't gonna do that. Dak is a leader through and through. But what Dak would have came back and said, hey, I ain't the only one to be missing assignments here, but I ain't telling on nobody. Dak wouldn't have did that. Dak wouldn't have, even if somebody may have threw Dak under the bus, Dak still wouldn't have did that. I don't believe that. Dak would have been like, okay, you know, it's cool. I think Dak would have just shrugged it off and then probably would have had the conversation later with the player. That's what I definitely feel. I feel what you're saying, Tariq, about can we please not make Micah Parsons the leader of the team? But, you know, this is what we're saying when people say about the leadership thing. It ain't about somebody trying to make Micah Parsons the leader, but doggone it, you one of the best players on the team. That don't mean you got to be the leader. You got to be this and you got to be that. But you're the best one of the best players on the defense. People are going to look to you for leadership. That's just the way it is, y'all. I hear what you're saying, Tariq, but I played sports. I played basketball. I played football. And if you're one of the best players on the team, you're going to expect to be a leader. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you say. I heard other people start trying to make Micah. No, that's what's going to happen. When you're the best player on the team or one of the best, people are looking at you to be the leader because you're the best. And so they think, well, if you're the best, there's a reason why you're the best. So we should follow that. If you're at work, right, babe? Yeah. If you're at work and you're the best at the job, you're the top, you're the best. Isn't people going to be looking at you for being leader? Leader, yeah. They're going to be looking at you for leadership. They're going to be looking at you to be the leader because you're the best here doing it. So we're naturally going to look to you for leadership because you're handling it here, right? Why does everybody look at Dak for leadership? Because he's one of the best on the team. Why will we be looking at Dak? Okay, so here's the thing. Dak's the quarterback, right? Why do we all look towards Dak? Because he's the quarterback. So who's the quarterback of the defense? Aren't we all thinking Micah Parsons the quarterback of the defense? Well, if you're the quarterback of the defense, we're all looking towards you for leadership. Dak's the quarterback of the offense, and he's the leader, and they look for him for leadership. Okay, but he should be. But they still look to him, Tariq. You can say that Kevin Durant's the best player on his team. I don't know if he's the best player on the team because Devin Booker might have something to say about that. But you're still looking for Kevin Durant to be the leader on the team since he is the best. You still are going to look to him for leadership on the team because he's one of the best players. So his leadership doesn't have to be vocally. He doesn't have to vocalize his leadership. It could be in deeds. It could be in how he brings it every single day. You don't have to be a leader in voice. You can be a leader in works, but you don't have to be a leadership in words. But the fact of the matter is, Tariq, he's going to be looked at the leader, and that's just the way it is, okay? That's just the way it is, okay? And you know what? He should probably step up and embrace that. Remember, Tariq, it was him and CeeDee said on their podcast right after that ass kicking where both of them gave it up, both of them quit, both of them said, we need to be better leaders going forward. That's what they said. So Tariq. Now we're going to hold Micah Parsons to the fire because he said we, plural, need to be better leaders going forward. So when you spit that out your mouth, guess what? Everybody is now on your neck because you said it. If he didn't want to be a leader, babe, he shouldn't have said it out his damn mouth. Nobody forced him to say he wanted to be a leader going forward. Nobody forced him to say that. Him and CeeDee said that. So once y'all say it out your mouths, guess what? Now you're held to the fire. So there ain't no other excuses, period, for no Micah Parsons. And like I said, with Malik Hooker, may have sucked that he did it in public, but I personally believe that Micah may not listen to him in private because maybe Micah might start being a little bit of divish. I'm not hating on Micah, y'all. I love the talent. I love the kid. But let's not say he's not immature. He is still immature. He's still learning. He's young. So we understand that he's still young. He's still learning. We get it. But Dak took a hold of that leadership real early. He took it by the bullhorns. So Micah can too. So my last thing on it, yeah, Malik, he probably could have pulled him to the side, but maybe Micah wouldn't have not listened to it on the side. And now, guess what? Micah is going to listen to it because everybody's talking about it now. So now Micah got to listen to it. Micah got to hold to it. And Micah got to really step up because somebody just called you out. Your own teammate called you out. So I was going to say, man, it's going to be dysfunction, but I'm with what Malik Hooker said. And that ain't no diss to no Micah Parsons. That ain't hating on no Micah Parsons. That ain't no less love for Micah Parsons. But I'm cool with what Malik Hooker did because you probably need to hear from everybody because you got your own podcast. Maybe your head's in the clouds a little bit. Maybe you ain't listening to everybody. Maybe they'd say something, you'd be like, yeah, all right. But if he said it out loud in front of everybody, now you're going to listen to it, right? So I'm with Malik Hooker on that one. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it, all day with it. And, I mean, he probably did go for leadership, but Dak is a natural-born leader. Look at him through high school and college to now. Dak is a natural-born leader. That's one thing he never liked. He may lack some other things on field, but leadership ain't nothing he ain't never liked, and I'm going to always say that. You know what I'm saying? I'm agree with, I might not like some other things about Dak, but leadership ain't one of them. Being real ain't one of them. And I would follow that man. I might, doubt that ability got to get better. But if I'm on his team, I will follow him because he's a real dude. I will follow him. And he brings it every single day. And that's why I will follow him because he never takes days off. He never takes plays off. And that's why I will follow him. But yeah, it comes with the territory, just like you said. But I'm about to get off here, about to head out, make some runs, do some things right quick. Just wanted to give my 2 cents on it. Happy about my Mavs getting Klay Thompson. I know he ain't the Klay Thompson or old, but man, you can't never be too old to shoot. You feel me? And you can't never get rid of that. I've seen Dale Ellis. I've seen shooters in the league play till they're 37, 38, 39 because shooting. And 3-year deal, that's it. We not just happy about that. We happy about the aggressiveness from Nico. He don't sit on his hands. He stays aggressive. He didn't rest on going to the finals. He got right back at it within a month and added some more good players. Dallas Cowboys, learn from that. Oh, no, you won't. You never learn, so we ain't tripping. I'm cool with Malik Hooker did. I still love you, Micah Parsons, but I agree with Malik Hooker. And the CeeDee Lamb thing, I don't know how true it is about him wanting to get traded, but guess what? Once again, Cowboys are the richest, brokest organization in the world. And that's just what it is. So don't give up your hopes for these Cowboys this year, y'all. They're going to let you down. Okay? Big Game James, I'm out. Peace.